There's a character in Black Ops 7 Zombies that is very, very interesting, and I don't know if I should be suspicious of him or just keep an eye on him. And who I'm talking about is none other than Takeo Masaki, the new version of Takeo that we got in this game. Now, before we continue this conversation on why I think he's someone we should at least keep an eye on, we first need to understand that this is a different version of Takeo than we've ever seen before. I think many people realize this by now, but this is a new version. It's not Primus, Ultimus, or any other one we've seen in the past. This is a new version entirely. And in fact, if you look at his backstory, he's actually from the 15th century Japan, like literally 500 years ago, which is absolutely insane. And this is reflected in a lot of the conversations that you hear him have on Ashes of the Damned. You hear him talking about the modern weaponry and how crazy it is now compared to where he was from and all that. But the main reason I'm bringing it up is because he is different from those other characters. But now I want to get into why he is someone that I think is a little suspicious, and it's something that I think a lot of people have really missed, because I uploaded videos about the character conversations and a lot of people watch that one, but I uploaded a video right after that of the solo conversations, when you're just in your solo game when your character is pretty much just talking to himself, if you could even call that a conversation. And not as many people saw that video. But there's something very significant that Takeo says in this, because he practically has his own conversation. And I want to play that one for you right now.
Now is not the time. If I wish to know your opinion, I will ask.
And that is it. You hear this weird noise that sounds kind of magical even, and then Takeo responds to it, saying that if I wanted your opinion, I'd ask for it. Which is very interesting, because obviously he's talking to someone, but who is that someone? Because it could really be so many people at this point. Maybe it's a new character that we haven't heard of entirely, or maybe he's talking to the warden himself, and maybe he's going to be kind of someone that betrays us in the end. And let's not get ahead of ourselves with that one. But there's really so many options, but I think that's the most likely case scenario, is that he may be talking to his ancestors, which I think would fit the character, because how many times have we heard Takeo in his other versions saying that he always mentions his ancestors, but now instead of just it being something he says, it's something that actually happens. He actually has that tie to his ancestors, and he could speak to them. Now, the only reason that I think is a bit weird is because why was he a bit rude to his ancestors here? I mean, they're trying to give him his opinion, but you know, it seemed like they were maybe just trying to help, but I don't know. But regardless of who it is, I think it's something that we have to keep an eye on, because even though it's probably not really going to be harmful to the rest of our characters, it's probably just his own thing, there's still a chance that it might not be. Maybe it is someone else. Maybe it is the warden, or maybe it's the warden or someone like that who's pretending to be his ancestors. It could be a lot of different situations, but regardless, it's something we should keep an eye on. But this brings me to the next part of this discussion, and that is, what did they even say? Now, obviously, we have literally nothing to go on here, but the very minimum we know is that they gave him some sort of opinion on something, because his reply was, if I wanted to hear your opinion, I'd ask. So obviously that implies that it's an opinion that they gave him, but what is it an opinion of? Because it's not like when you're playing this is like a co-op conversation and it's talking about another character is giving an opinion on them. This is something that only happens on solo. So my question is, what are they commenting on? What are they giving their opinion on? Is it the situation? Is it the location? Is it the warden? Or is it so many other things? It could really be so many things, and I'm very curious to find this all out. But there is one final thing that I want to mention about this, and this may be the reason why Takeo is even brought into the Dark Ether to begin with, because I want you guys to remember, why are any of the characters in the Dark Ether? Why does the warden, why does he want their souls? Well, it was revealed to us by the entity exactly why. It's revealed that if you interact with something powerful from the Dark Ether, that bonds to your soul and it makes it valuable to the Warden. We see this is the case with the 4 Requiem characters because they interacted with the Sentinel artifact, and then in Ashes of the Dam, it's revealed that Dempsey's soul is valuable to the Warden because of what Weaver from his universe did. Weaver, without Dempsey's consent, made him use the Disciple injection, and the Disciples are very powerful beings from the Dark Ether, and because he was tied directly to a Disciple, that fused his soul with that and made it valuable to the Warden. But we still don't know what it is with the other 3 OG characters, Richtof and Nikolai and Takeo. But what if this has to do with what ties him to the Dark Ether? What if in his timeline, where he was from, he interacted with something that was from the Dark Ether that let him speak to his ancestors? And this is exactly why he was brought into the Dark Ether, because of this ability that we see that he has, that he's able to talk to whoever this is, whether it's his ancestors or someone else entirely. Because I do want to remind you that all of these people, all of these characters, they're from different universes, different timelines, but in all of them, the Dark Ether has corrupted them and there's been zombies there. We've seen this directly from the PTSD side Easter egg with Dempsey, but more importantly to this video, we've heard through conversations with Takeo that he says that when he was a samurai, he mainly fought bandits, but he also fought demons like these before. And this makes me so curious exactly what happened in his universe with not only the zombie outbreak, but what bonded him to the Dark Ether that the Warden wants his soul, and does that have anything to do with why he's able to speak to whoever he's speaking to? But regardless though, that's going to wrap it up for this video. And as always with videos like this, with storyline videos specifically, there's a lot of things to talk about, so head down to the comment section, let me know of your thoughts, theories, and ideas about this, because I love reading through theories. It's always a ton of fun, especially when they're the wackest thing that is never going to happen. I love those theories the most. But hey, if you're down there, I appreciate if you guys dropped a like and subscribe if you like the video too. But with that said, I'm going to go, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.